stage will be our Continental Director for Asia, Mr. Rick Stephen, and he would like to give out some special token of appreciations to some specific people from his region. Please welcome him on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my honor to be the Continental Director for Asia for nearly the past 11 years. I got in by default because John Sloan, the previous Continental Director, after 1 year moved out, so I took over from John. But Asia being one of the biggest continents, we have 21 countries there, I cannot do this all alone. So I'd like to give some recognition to the people who supported me throughout this whole thing. First of all, I'm just going to be very simple, call the names and they'll come up, I hope. First one I have from Taiwan is Ching Li. If the Taiwan representative could come up for me, please. Yep, they missed that part. The next one I'd like, oh, it's coming. So Ching Li does all the translations for me in Chinese, or everywhere I'm around, but obviously she could not come up. And we have a representative here from Taiwan to collect this. And the next one I'd like to call upon is my good friend KK from Malaysia. This gentleman that I'd like to give the next one to is Mr. Tony Koo from Singapore. For those who don't know, Tony has a number of cookbooks, but never keeps the profits. He always gives it to the charity, so this thing is fantastic. Although he could not be here, Stefu Stanto from Indonesia, I will pass to him at another time. Another gentleman I'd like to call up, I'm sure everybody knows him, Mr. Rudy Muller from Hong Kong. He's running the competitions, as you may know. Okay, so maybe Francis could just come up from Hong Kong just to accept this on behalf of Rudy, please. And the last one I'd like to give is to a nice lady, Miss Marianne Newland from the Maldives. Without these people, I could not have made Asia one of the strong powers in Worldchefs, whether it be in the competition or, as you could see, that in the education as well. Just do one group photo and then we get off. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas.
Now, I would like to call on stage quickly Mr. John Glancy. because we are coming now to the awarding of the new honorary lifetime members. And in addition to that, I would like to call on stage all the present honorary life members to welcome our new members. Please join us on stage. So, first of all, I think what is very important, I want you please to stand up for these gentlemen, because they are our culinary icons. They made Worldchefs what it is and what it always will be, and I want you to give them a big hand of applause.
I would sooner sing a song any day into microphones.
Do it. Don't be shy.
No, it's too late. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Honorary Life Members Awarding Ceremony. So please be seated. Thank you. So, first of all, let me just say, the Worldchefs Honorary Membership is awarded to persons who have been part of a highly valuable and professional part of Worldchefs' work on an international or national level. The Honorary Membership Worldchefs is the highest ranking recognition and is a commendation of this work. So we would now like to call the first recipient, and that's Chef Domenico Maggi from Italy.
Must I read this too?
Looks a bit odd the way he's acting.
Well, actually, the president reads that.
Okay. So I will read it because it's in Italian, which is for sure. Esteemed colleague, you are by the Worldchefs organization and board worthy of receiving this title of honorary member of Worldchefs. Wear this symbol with pride. Become a knight. And promise all members that you will always try to uphold cooperation and culinary skills in the international chefs community.
I promise to work hard for the cooperation and quality of our skills and for all the chefs around the world.
Thank you very, very much. Hereby you are an honorary life member. Thank you very, very much. Congratulations.
Congratulations. So the next recipient is Mauricio Armendez, but unfortunately he cannot be here.
Maurizio unfortunately had a problem coming to Abu Dhabi due to a visa restriction, which unfortunately he can't take his medal directly from us, but in the next Congress he will get it handed over. So
Great.
as this has to be done physically available on stage.
Thank you, Chef. So the next recipient is Chef Michael Strapmanis from Australia. Chef Michael.
Michael is also just judging. We will do that
Okay.
a little bit later again.
All right. So the next one then is Chef Jared Mendes from Sri Lanka. Is Jared here? Yes, he's here. Chef is here. He's here.
Thank you so much. Now, exactly the same. Esteemed colleague, you are by the Worldchefs organization and board worthy of receiving this title of honorary member of Worldchefs. Wear this symbol with pride. And promise all members that you will have always to try to uphold cooperation and culinary skills in the international chefs community.
I promise to work hard for the cooperation and quality of our skills and for all chefs around the world.
So hereby you are an official honorary life member of Worldchefs.
So, ladies and gentlemen, could you please rise and acknowledge the new recipients of the world recognition? Thank you. Thank you.
You're a member of the club now. More photographs.
So thank you to all the honorary life members in welcoming their new fellow brothers in and as honorary life members of the World Organization of Societies of Worldchefs. Now, coming to the next award for today. The next award today is the Education Award. Or, let's do it a little bit different. Cornelia is right. Now, as we had 2020, an online congress where the people has been received their medals and token of appreciations by parcel. Now, all the recipients who are here in the room and at the Congress may come to stage to take their official photo with their medal, which will be posted later on the Worldchefs website and to the international press. Any recipient of the last electronical, please. Just a small recall, the Humanitarian Award 2020 went to Philip Freudman from South Africa, which he is actually here on board. And at the Congress, Philip, please. Amru Al-Yassin, Educational Award, James Griffiths, USA. Amru Al Yassin, Communication Award. I just will read the names that to be remembered. James Griffiths, USA Education Award. The Communication Award 2020 went to Karen Doyle in Australia. The Lifetime Achievement Award went for Eddie Fernandez Montes from Cuba. And Lifetime Achievement Award went for Brian Cotterill, Great Britain. Brian, you are Eddie, it's a great pleasure having you here, coming all the way from Cuba. It is amazing, and we are really proud that with all these difficulties, coming here, you made it, and I think this deserves as well a big hand of applause.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Brian, come please. And definitely, no, one of the most important pillars of Worldchefs over decades, and I want you please all to stay up for Brian Cotterill, which made Worldchefs from the beginning what it is, and I'm so thankful that you are here, Brian. Thank you so much.
Just like to say a big thank you. I've been involved with WAX since 1980. I've served on the board 3 times, and it's been a pleasure to work and meet so many fabulous people all around the world. I've attended every Congress since 1980, and I'd like to say all the youngsters, please be involved with WAX. They're doing such a wonderful job. And it's important that we get youngsters coming into the industry, because I know in the United Kingdom at the moment, there's a shortage of youngsters coming into the profession. It's a really great profession, but unfortunately at the moment, the salaries are not keeping up with the competitive industries. Anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate everything you've said for me.
You're highly welcome, and thank you very, very much, Brian. Great, great, great gratitude to you. Thank you.
It's always great to have Brian with us as Congress Chairman. I've enjoyed meeting Brian over the years, and it's great that he's come every year, and I'm looking forward to welcoming him in Singapore in 2024.
Without doubt.
Without a doubt, he says. Good to have you, Brian.
The 2020 Escoffier Award went to Japan for Toshi-san, which is not here this time, but he is a really, really great culinarian, and I want to say thank you very, very much again to him. And he had this recognition really well deserved. Talking about the Worldchefs honorary judge recognitions from 2020, awarded was Marco Bruschweiler from Thailand, Bruno Marti from Canada, Alois Jacobi from Luxembourg, and Frank Wittmann from Germany. Worldchefs Honorary Lifetime Judge 2020 has been awarded to Gert Klötzke from Sweden. The President's Medal went to Isaac Kofi from Ghana, to Stifu Santoso from Indonesia, to Shona Kalmers from Canada, Frank Fohl from Belgium, Irina Danilova from Russia, Stuart McLeod from Great Britain, Mike Panzi from Austria, Stafford de Cambra from the USA, Rodrigo Ibanez from Mexico, Sam Timoko from the Cook Islands, Demir Žleni from Croatia, Claudio Ferrer, USA, in memorandum of his passing, Giuseppe Casali from Italy, Guido De Bono from Malta, Kovashan Pillai from South Africa, Arkady Pomonarev from Russia, Eric Theo from Singapore, and Chern Chi Hong. Of course, we have here today Frank Fohl, a very, very great friend as well, an amazing culinarian, going the extra way and doing things a little bit different. And thank you very much for being here. And I think well reserved and well received, and it's really super.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's always happy to be on the Congress and to see you all. So I hope we can do this for more than a lot of years coming up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for all the efforts always. Frank. So now, coming to the Worldchef Awards medal and recognition for this year, 2022. I would like to start with the Education Award. And the Education Award this year goes to two people from China. It is first of all Roxy Ji, and second of all Benny Dong, who translated basically with the team all the Chinese Mandarin things for our Worldchefs Academy. And this will be handed over to their leader and former boss, Alan Oriel, who makes it possible. Alan. Alan, thank you very, very much to taking home the beautiful small trophies. They're handcrafted, and every trophy has a special meaning. This is actually two people who are shaking their hands and making it possible. Now, we are coming to two sponsorship awards, or say communication award. There is a company with us which makes all our chefs always happy in the kitchens, because they provide all the pots and pans which are needed to be available for their cooking. So the Communication Award goes to AMT, World's Best Pan, and Georg de Troy. So we need the representative from AMT on stage. Maybe they are still coming. No, not coming. So what we will do, we will give them later on again. But just again, AMT World's Best Pen Communication Award for 2022. Now coming to sponsorship awards. Sponsorship awards this time for today. And later in the evening there will be coming something else. We'll be going the first to one of a company which is very innovative, which is very creative, and which has things not many others do provide for chefs and definitely to make a difference on the plates. The Partnership Award, number 1, goes to Corporate Cress. And the second partnership award for this year goes to a company which is based in a little country, but they do great stuff. And sweet and salty, crunchy, used nearly everywhere around the world in every kitchen, which is Hook Company. So we always have the pleasure, since some years, working together, and it's really amazing how you always support the chef's industry.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you.
Now, coming to the next award, and this goes to a person who unfortunately isn't here, but you all know him. He had done a lot for the industry. Not only for the industry, he inspired a lot of young chefs, middle-aged chefs, elderly chefs, and culinary teams. This man is also a person who brought Worldchefs to what it is now in regards to culinary competitions. The Life Achievement Award this year, 2022 in Abu Dhabi, will be handed over to Mr. Gert Klötzke. I think it's well deserved because he did so many things which is really for our chefs in competition very outstanding, and with deepest pleasure I will hand over this award to Gert. Coming back to AMT, World's Best Pen, as it's said on their slogan and logan. I think we are working with the world's best pens in our kitchens. And I want to say thank you very, very much for the Communication Award with AMT World's Best Pen. Please. Now coming in the next category, taking people into Worldchefs honorary judge recognition. And there I have two people which I believe they really deserve to get that. The first one is our good friend who didn't believe he can come here. He was very unhappy due to a lot of reasons not to join the World Congress, but we managed to get him here, and it's a great honor for me to welcome on stage Mr. Bernd Huber to receive his honorary judging award. It would be nice if you all would stay up, because he is one of our real icons. And you're still running.
Certainly a great honor. Oh, I have to switch it on. Technology, I can't cope with it. Certainly a great honor for an old cook to be standing here receiving an award. And I have to pay my compliments to the people I've been working with for over 20 years in judging, especially people in Dubai, now Abu Dhabi, Sri Lanka, our friends from Syria, from Lebanon, from Egypt, great friends, great colleagues, and now fantastic friends. And because of these people, they have inspired me to hang in there and keep going. And I thank you for your support and your friendship, and hopefully a few more years to come. Thank you so much. Very humbled.
And the second honorary judge recognition goes to a person who also did really a lot for the industry. He is as well an honorary life member, also one of our icons from a different part of the world. I would like to call on stage Mr. Itzhak Legat, please. Maybe he's also still judging, so we will do that at the next round, so no issue. So, coming. Armand, would you please come up to stage for a nice photo taken on behalf of Alois, that you will take actually that honor with you. And I think you all know Armand for a very, very long time, the big master of Luxembourg, who make actually, yeah, it's also big, but it's okay. The Expo Gast, what it is and what it was with your team. And I want to say thank you very, very much. This is what I said in 2020, for all your tremendous efforts, for your dedication, and bringing the chef's world as well to Luxembourg.
Yeah, I have some words also. Dear President, dear members of the board and of the committees, dear friends, dear colleagues, I'm touched for this honorable distinction. I'm glad to say to all of you thanks for all for these 18 years friendships and the excellent cooperation with all of you, and also the many social together meetings and parties in these 18 years. As president from the Water Club Luxembourg, we organized in this time 4 Villeroy Culinary World Cups and Expo Gast. Now I am a retired president, and I'm the oldest board member, and I can be proud to left a very young new president, Ben Weber, you know him, and with a dynamic management committee with also responsibility. The average age from our board is now about 40-45 years. Once again, more thanks for all of you, my friends and colleagues, for all the wonderful and great time with you. Hoping to see you again in Expo Gast 2022 in November. Okay, thank you very much.
Amon, thank you very, very much, and give him a big hand of applause, please. Also stay up, because he made actually the World Cup in Luxembourg to what it is.
Say that Alan give me. No, Alan. No, you say it. Alain, ich sage darauf vielmals merci, dass mir schon daheim der Luxemburger Diplom überreicht ist. Alain, give me in Luxembourg the diploma for honorary president.
You see, and this is fantastic, and he made it in Luxembourgish, so big applause for that, and you really deserve it. Thank you so, so much, Amon. Thank you. Now we have another special award, which goes to a guy who was very instrumental in Worldchefs as well. He is called the Big Nordic. He's coming from a very beautiful country, and he did a lot for the Nordics, and not only for them, also leading Worldchefs for many, many years in a nice position as a vice president. I want to award a certificate of appreciation as an honorary lifetime judge to Mr. Hilmar Jonsson. Hilmar from Iceland. And we will give it to Ragnar, as he is also Icelandic, and he will take it to him.
I also happen growing the beard and the hair, so I'm almost, I will reach his size soon as well. No?
Thank you so much. Now we come to the President's medals. Which every year we are giving normally 10. So as I'm bad in counting, it was 21 now, but it is fine, because I think a lot of people from around the world really deserves to have a special recognition. Talking about this, these medals are given by the president for people which did something special, which supported the industry, and I so would say, which are making difference in a lot of aspects. And I'm really, really happy to give these medals today for specific people. The first medal, President's Medal, goes to someone who is extremely good in pastries. She's an artist, she has golden fingers, And she have a dual nationality, which is from Iceland and Ukraine. I could let you guess who it is, but I will not do that. It's Maria Schramko, Iceland and Ukraine. The second President's Medal goes to a lady, which I know quite a long time. And I know when everything started in a very beautiful region of the world. And she supported chefs and her husband and people which I believe love our profession. And it's a pleasure for me to give this President's Medal to Josephine Cuthbert from the United Arab Emirates. And you see, it's a big surprise for her. She didn't know anything.
I thought that you were going to give something to my husband that I have to be present.
No, yeah, it's okay, but so we give you the present.
Yeah,
so thank you very, very much for
nothing.
supporting all the chefs coming here. And you can see they all stay for you. A big hand of applause for Josephine. Now, coming to the third recipient today. He is a person from Austria. But he didn't live a long time in Austria, I suppose. He lived all around the world. He is a great culinarian. He is also from an older generation. But he is a great guy, and you all know him, I think, very, very well. The third medal today goes to Gunther Heinz Zucchelli from Austria. I know Heinz is still judging, and we will call him tonight on stage, or we can get him over here now. There is also no issue with that. The fourth medal for today goes to a country which comes from South Europe. It's in the region of Domenico Maggi, because we want to make sure that we are covering the entire world and the entire continents. The next President's Medal goes for an existing president who promised and who did a lot of things to unite that country, because there was a lot of tension over the past years. And the medal is awarded to Zoran Miskovic from Serbia. Zoran. Zoran, well reserved. It's a great honor for me to hand you over the President's Medal. You want to say something?
Oh, thank you very much.
That was a short one. But thank you so much. Well deserved, and greetings to all Serbian chefs, please, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next President's Medal goes to a guy who played elementary footnotes, I so would say, in the gastronomy and especially in the pastry and in art. A guy who was awarded with endless medals when he was young, and now he is teaching students and helping others to become culinary masters in the pastry. This award, the President's Medal, will be going to Dimutu Kumarasinghe from Sri Lanka. Going a little bit further to the north, cold region, wild horses, people shooting with arrows while they're riding. I would like to give this President's Medal to a lady who translated an encyclopedia of international chefs' knowledge, La Russe, into Mongolian. I would like to call on stage Ms. Kansuren Nazag.
Thank you. Very much. Thank you very much, President. Worldchef, thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure. Thank you, thank you. So, going a little bit further down, a flag which is green and has a white half moon. There is a guy who works in his region, represents Worldchefs in his school, in his faculty, and is a long-lasting member of the World Association of Chef Societies. President Medal goes to Ahmed Shafiq from Pakistan. Ahmed. He doesn't look like a chef, but he supports the industry a lot with his students, and he has a lot of students actually here as well. He brought them from Pakistan, and I'm very proud of this. Ahmed, well deserved. Thank you so much.
Thank you, President. Worldchefs is a wonderful forum for chefs around the world, and I have seen that since 14 years of our membership with Worldchefs, 40,000 young chefs are trained in Pakistan, and they're working all around the world. And our contribution for women is very important in Pakistan. We started to bring women into commercial kitchen, and now they are very confident and growing very fast all around the world. So thank you very much, all members of Worldchefs. And it's an amazing forum, amazing networking, and amazing humans around in Worldchefs. Thank you, President.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. Now, going a little bit to a region which is well known all around the world due to its ancient history. It's not only ancient history, it's people whom I seen 30 years ago. They had an ambition one day to go to the ICA in that time it was in Frankfurt, and then it went to Erfurt. And they had a dream. And for them, it was nearly impossible to think about something like this. But they put a lot of efforts in it. They take a lot of dedication. And finally, they managed. And from that time on, they have developed the industry to an extent to become really good for the region. I want to give this President's Medal today to the President of the Egyptian Chef Association, Hussam Soliman. Hussam. Maybe he's also still judging. Huh? Still judging. So we do that a little bit later on. The next medal will be given to a person who supported us as Worldchefs to an extent that he is a food lover, he is completely outgoing, and he made it possible that the entire board of directors got for the coming years all the tickets arranged, flying to world congresses, and made a wish come true to create a culinary academy physically His name is Washti Al-Gaban, and I want to give one of the medals to our good friend in Saudi Arabia. Now we go to a place which has, I think, a white eagle on the flag. The person I'm talking about is well known all around the world for his friendliness, for his greatness, and for his dedication to support culinarians, not only in his regions, but all around the world. He is a very significant person. He has an outstanding personality, and I would like to give the next President's Award to Kurt Scheller from Poland. You all know him. Taking an aircraft, flying 12, 14 hours, touchdown, and you're in a country which I believe 95% of the people in here have heard about, but never had a chance to go to. There is a lady which helped us quite a lot in some translation, and she is doing an amazing job in her region with young chefs and to support culinarians. The next President's Medal is going to Eleonora Rodriguez from Venezuela.
Thank you.
Very good. Half the way through. Going again in the same aircraft, going 17 hours in the other direction, touching down and arriving in a country which has a lady who is extremely good in carving. She has a great talent. She is judging all around the world, very nice and important competitions. Her name is Veselina Slevcheva from Bulgaria. There was a man in 1935 who started in the Middle East culinary education. And he started in a region which by that time was a shining star of the Middle East. He put a lot of efforts in schools, in universities, and he created something which by now tours the entire Middle East and will go out also very, very soon. They have been put up events all around the Middle East, and chefs are taking part of these competitions while they are Worldchef members, which took me about 10 years to get them in due to political reasons. And as we say, we are non-political, we are accepting everyone despite of a color, race, gender, and belief. I would like to give this award to the daughter of him, because he just passed away lately, to Jumana Damush Salman from Lebanon. Now, definitely on behalf of Jumana, her sister Randa is here, and I'm very, very proud. And you will not believe she just came, she flew in just to receive this award. Thank you very, very much. It's really a great pleasure. And in honor of your father. Okay, thank you so much. Now, going into the next direction. Going to a country, they have a big cross on their flag. There are several which have that, I know that. But the color is, I think, red, blue, and white. That's Norway, right? I would like to give this President's Medal for someone who is really different than other people. This award goes to our rolling chef, Tom Atle Stephenson. And maybe, Christina, you could take the medal on his behalf. That would be really great. I have to say, he is very enthusiastic. He is sitting in a wheelchair, but he never gave up. He gets actually a lot involved in activities for people who are same like us, but a little bit different. And I want to dedicate this for him and for Norway.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of Norway, he do a great job. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Going a little bit further down, one of our new countries, which was a long way to go, Mr. Domenico Maggi, he took a lot of efforts for that, and I want Domenico to take this award with him. It will be going to a country which is not too well known around the world, despite they have a great cuisine and some great culinarians. This President's Medal will be going to Albania, to Adriana Alaki. Macedonia.
Macedonia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Viva, viva Macedonia, viva Adriana. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
Now, I have two medals which I want to dedicate to two great culinarians, which unfortunately has passed away. The one who is coming next, he and a lot of his family members died within 1 week due to COVID. And despite of this country is very, very far away, and we had the pleasure to have a board meeting there, I want to dedicate this medal to Andres Atapoma from Peru, because unfortunately we didn't have the time to meet after the Congress again, and I would like to hand over this medal definitely to Katy Vegas. Katy, you can take that with you. And I want you to hand this over to his wife in good memory of Worldchefs. Okay. Neil, where are you? I would like you to be on stage when I do that now. Because the person I would like to give this President's Medal is someone who was on all the big events around the world and accompanied, I believe, Neil many, many times. She was, and she is, the golden person behind this association. And she is, for me, a very, very great individual who supports the culinary industry to the maximum. I would like to call on stage and give this President's Medal to Scotland, Hazel Mulberry. Surprise, surprise. Come here, come a little bit here. Come a little bit here, we take her in the middle. Sorry for the surprise. Come in the middle. Well done. Come in the middle. Hazel, this is for you. You would like to say something?
Thank you very much. It's a great surprise, but a lovely surprise, and it's been a great honor to receive it and to be here today. Thank you.
You're very welcome, and thank you that you are here, and thanks to Neil as well. We have to go to the aircraft again from Scotland, flying in the middle of the world, going to a country which has one of the biggest populations in the world. We talk about India. Let's say India has 1 billion people. Now you tell me who gets the medal. Can you guess? No guess. I know no guess, because it can't be Manjit Gill, because he already received it. But there are some other people which I believe are really doing amazing. And they further-enhanced young Indian culinarians which done an outstanding development in the past 15 to 20 years. And I want to dedicate this medal to Yogesh Aurora from India. And on behalf of Yogesh, I would like to give it to the grandmaster of all my Indian friends and chefs, the man with the red turban, Mr. Manjit Gill. Manjit.
Thank you.
Something for Yogesh, huh? So, having 3 more in the line, going far up to the north, very cold country, a person who was with us in the last Physical World Congress in KL. He was on stage and trying, by that time, if you remember potato shells, which another crazy chef cooked, and he said, no, 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 try. He tried, he said, no, 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 no. But unfortunately, this person also passed away. And in memoriam of our good friend Wolfgang Rösler, who attended about 9 congresses all around the world, I want to dedicate this medal to his wife in Canada for Wolfgang Rösler, please. And I want to hand this over to Ryan Markey, the President of Canada, to hand that over personally, please. Ryan, thank you very much for making it happen. Here, hold it, hold it, hold it. Thank you very much. 2 more medals to go of the President's medals. I will do 1 President medal now, which goes to a person. I know him since I think maybe 18 years old. And wherever I went to a congress or to a ICA, I saw the guy. He always supports the industry in his way. He is a great culinarian, and I would like to welcome on stage Theodor Stolero from Romania.
Mulțumim frumos pentru tot ce ați făcut pentru noi. Mă bucur că sunt în familia mare a bucătarilor din lume. Mult succes tuturor!
Thank you very, very much, Theodor. This is yours. Congratulations. Now we come back to the person who lives in front of the pyramids, who always have nice weather, and who is since I can remember, always associated to the Egyptian Chef Association. The president of the Egyptian Chef Association, Hussam Soliman. You're welcome, Mr. President. Hold that. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, one more medal for now, and then in the night, in the gala, we have some special medals to give and some special awards. Yes. So, the last President's Medal for today goes to a person who dedicated about 40 years of his life, maybe more, for cooking and leading an association which has been founded, I think, 40 years back. Long time in the World Association of Chef Societies, Mr. Stefan Bertzea. Stefan!
Thank you very much.
Super.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a great honor for me. And it's been impressive for this event. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much, Stefan. Now coming back to a person who was busy working, busy working, busy working. From a country which you all know, I spoke before about it, which a person who dedicates all his life to cooking. And I would like to announce as an honorary judge, Mr. Itztok Legat from Slovenia.
Was gesagt, ich bin very happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Istok. It's always a pleasure having so many culinarians from all around the world with us, and I think this is really stunning, and I'm really more than happy about all of this. And I want to say thank you to all of you who really dedicate your life to cooking and make others happy. Talking about the elections 2022 for continental directors. Normally, and as we have to do it according to our bylaws, standing rules and regulations, I will hand over to Mr. Neil Thompson.
Thank you, Thomas. If we could have the tabulators standing by, the election of continental directors for the Pacific Rim, the motion to ratify the appointment of Peter Wright as the continental director for the Pacific Rim. If the Pacific Rim region is here, the countries of the Pacific Rim, if they could raise their batons in favor. Any against? And Peter Wright is elected. Peter, would you like to come and say a few words?
Thank you, Neil. Thank you. Thank you, Chef. Well, it's great to be elected with only one vote, but I am honoured to be here, and on behalf of all the countries in the Pacific, I'd like to thank the current board for all the hard work that they've done, in particularly over the last couple of years, to all the chefs here in the room, and to the UAE and Emirates Chefs Guilds for all the hard work putting the Congress together, and of course our office in Paris, who pledged to do great work. So hope to see you all again in the next couple of years, and God bless you all for whatever God you believe in. Thank you.
And I also want to say thank you very, very much to Peter to accept actually being with us. Number one, Peter stepped in because of our former continental director had to unfortunately step down due to personal and work-related circumstances. And I want to welcome you from the bottom of my heart to be a new board member and representing the Asian region, the Rim Pacific. Okay?
Thank you, Thomas. The next election is to the new continental director for Europe South. Motion to ratify the appointment of George Dameniu of Cyprus as the continental director for Europe South. Could I ask the countries of Europe South to cast their votes now, to raise their paddles, to ratify that vote of George Dameniu as the election continental director for Europe South? Any against? What have we got? Any against? No. So George Dameniu of Cyprus is duly elected the continental director for Europe South. George, could you come up to the stage, please?
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Domenico, for all the support these years. Thank you very much for the countries that they vote for South Europe. I know that we have 4 years to work. We have a lot of work. I promise that I will stand next to the countries and next to our president and the board of directors. So wish me good luck because we have a lot to do. Thank you very much.
George, thank you very, very much. And I also want to call Domenico on. Definitely tonight, midnight, you will get the sashes. Yes, at 12 o'clock midnight. This is how it's always handled, and then it's the last photo what we do. But I want you to become here. So we have actually the two of you together.
Yes, well, I would like you also. Hold it. Well, I've got something. I just say a few words. You know, I am emotional, so I wrote down something. But anyway, I would like to start. I was born 1953, so I'll just tell you a little bit of my story. But I'll make it short, like Rick said. Anyway, buongiorno. It has been another incredible Congress. Great speakers and great hospitality from Andy, Uwe, and all the team, which I thank you so much. I have been honored and privileged for the last 8 years to be a continental director for Europe South. It has been a terrific experience which I have met so many friends, chefs, sincere friends worldwide. And this is the best reward for the time and the energy dedicated over the years, together with a sense of great satisfaction and numerous achievements reached. My philosophy in life has always been that you should give and take, help and learn. And this must always be done respecting the rules. I'm very proud to say that I have witnessed the growth of the professional standard in Europe South through events and competitions, seminars, training, and education of chefs. I am sure, George, and I am very happy to say that you will do a great job, and you know that I will be always there to support you. A big thank goes to Thomas, Cornelia, and all the friends from the board for the great work and time spent together. A big thank goes to Ragnar and all the people from the office for the great support. And a big thank goes also to Italian Federation, FIC, for candidating me 8 years ago and supporting me all through these years. A big thank goes to you all for all the friendship. And this is something that I will never forget. But also a special thank goes to my wife, Carol, and all the family for supporting me through these years. Thank you.
Domenico, thank you very, very much. You were the fantastic CD. Come on, guys. Come on. Well, thank you very, very much for the great applause for Domenico. I think he's a great, great, great guy, and he did his utmost best for Worldchefs. And at the same time, I want to wish you all the best, George, going into Domenico's footsteps. I know your shoes are bigger, but this is no problem. But at the end, I'm 100% sure that you will do your best, and I'm looking forward to see you on board. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Domenico and George. The next election is for the Continental Director for Asia. A motion is to ratify the appointment of Wilmot Long as Continental Director of Asia. Could I ask all the Asian delegates to raise their flags or batons in favour? that it? Okay. Thank you very much. Could I ask Wilmot Long, is there any abstention, any against? No. Can I ask Wilmot Long to come forward, please, as the new Continental Director for Asia?
Okay, a bit excited. Before I step on to take over the role of CD of Asia, I would like to sincerely express our sincere appreciation to Chef Rick Stephen. Thank you so much. Where are you? You're here. Please. Chef Rick has been leading Asia, helping us for the past 11 years, and did tremendous work, uplift our Asia in terms of culinary side, everything. So from this, we owe you that, Chef Rick. I do not know whether I can perform as good as Rick. I will try my very best. But anyway, I will CC everything to Chef Rick. So I have problems, you can help me to solve it. Thank you so much. So to all the Asia President and to Worldchefs, I'll try my very best to fully commit to Worldchefs philosophy by uplifting all the chefs in the entire world, not only Asia. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
One of my ambitions as the Continental Director for Asia was, when I finished my term, was to hand it over the Continental Directorship to an Asian-born chef. And that is what we have, and I'm very proud of that. Thank you.
I also think, I want to say thank you first of all to Rick for all these years which we were together on the board. And I want you to give him a big hand of applause. Come on. You can do better. Come on. Rick, I think well deserved, and thank you so much. On the other hand, I want to welcome Wilmot for another experience in your life, representing Asia throughout the entire world, and I'm sure you will do your best, and I'm wishing you from the bottom of my heart all the very best. Thank you so much, Wilmot.
Thank you. The remaining part is to announce the Continental Directors serving for a second term in accordance with the rules. America. Oh, my apologies, my apologies. To elect the Continental Director for the Americas. And the motion is to ratify the appointment of Harry Linsmeyer as Continental Director of the Americas. Could I ask all the delegates of the Americas to raise their paddles in favour? Okay, is that everybody? Thanks. Any against? No. Could I then ask Harry Linsmeyer to come forward, please, as the new Continental Director for the Americas?
Thank you very much for your support, and you have my commitment to work for America. I want to say thank you for Mauricio. He's not here, but thank you, everybody. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Harry, welcome on board. Yes, big thanks to Mauricio. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it, but but I'm wishing you the very, very best for your new assignments. And I'm sure you will manage, you will do the best, and I think you will represent the Americas greatly. Thank you so much, Harry. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Harry. And just to conclude, to announce the confirmation of the continental directors who will be serving a second term, and they are Africa and the Middle East, Andy Cuthbert.
North Europe, Mr. Neil Thompson.
And Europe Central, Alan Hoster.
Alan, come up so we make a photo of you three.
Could we have all the new continental directors and board members up for a group photograph with Thomas, please?
The first photo we make the old board, and the second photo we make the new board, okay?
Peter.
Super, now the new board, please.